Yeah. Our first guest is a beautiful and talented actress who's winning rave reviews in her role on the new film Volver. Please welcome to New York City, Penelope Cruz. Fantastic.
Thank you, you too.
And thank you for being on our very first show in New York.
Very happy to be.
Are you in New York a lot?
I love New York.
Yeah? So your friend Selma Hayek, I know you're good friends with Selma. She was on the show a couple of weeks ago, and she made me eat some crickets.
I saw it, and guess where the rest of the crickets ended up?
With
At
you?
my house. Like 3 days later. She's like, 3 days later, they are much more, they are delicious. They are more crunchy. And it's like, Salma, I don't want to eat, I never eaten crickets.
Oh, she's
I love you, but I'm not.
She's never asked you to eat them before? Why did she ask me?
I saw it here, and I thought, that's so weird. We are so close, and she never told me that that's one of her hobbies, to eat crickets. And then they ended up in my house.
And you didn't
Instead of
try
drinking
one?
wine, or she brought crickets. Very old crickets.
At least you wash it down with some wine or something like that. And you didn't try one?
I didn't. Ugh, they look disgusting. You tried one. I saw you.
It wasn't bad. I mean, I was really scared to try it, but she said, and I said, I'm a vegetarian. She said, there's no meat in them. And I was like, but they weren't bad, you know.
Yeah, I didn't try them. Then she left them in my house. They're probably still there.
No.
Now turning green.
Yeah, well, just leave them like for potpourri or something. I'm sure it's nice as a sachet in your lingerie drawer. And now Tom and Katie got married this weekend, right? And were you invited? Were you going to go, or?
Well, I'm not going to get into the details why I didn't go, but I just talked to them last week before they left. And, you know, he's one of my closest friends. He's somebody very important in my life.
Yeah.
He's been always so good to me. He has a huge heart. She's a wonderful woman. And I just talked to him before they left, and I just wish them happiness forever.
Oh, good.
You know, they're very, very happy. And I love that family, all of them, his kids and the baby, and all of them. I'm very close to them. So
that's great. It's so good to be friends with your ex. Don't you think? You spend a certain amount of time.
And it's possible.
You should be. If you're with somebody for a certain amount of time, you should like them, and you should want to be friends with them.
Yeah, I don't see it any other way. It would be very sad in a different way, you know. Somebody has been very important in your life, and it's great to be able to keep having good communication and good relationship, and know you were there for each other as friends forever.
Yeah, I agree. So. He and I never dated, but he did not invite me. I was not invited to the wedding, and I don't know why.
But you know he loves you.
You know, well, I care for him. Now, this is, you're involved with the Red Initiative, the project Red Initiative for GAP, and how did you get involved with this? I love this whole thing, what they're doing.
Bono and Bobby Shriver, they called me to talk about it, and immediately I thought it was a genius idea. It's a way where everyone can help and everyone wins. In the first 2 weeks with Red, they raised enough money to treat 10,000 people in Africa. Treatment for AIDS for 1 full year.
That's amazing.
It's an amazing idea.
And your brother has a new CD, and he's a cute guy.
It's his first CD. He's 21.
21, and
it's 21. And he just released his first album
What kind of music is it?
Warner. It's like pop rock music. He writes every song. Music and lyrics. He plays 4 instruments, and he is just my favorite, one of my favorite people in the world.
And where does he live, your brother?
He lives in Madrid, but he comes a lot to America now for his work.
That's great. Well, good for him.
He's adorable, and he's very, very talented. I consider him a genius.
Yeah? All right. Well, then, Eduardo Cruz, get that. It's amazing. All right, we have to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about your new movie, Volver, and something that I find hilarious that you had to do for the film. We'll be right back.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
Hips of a woman that gave birth when she was 13. So I did wear a prosthetic butt.
Are these the butts that you're speaking of?
This is a big...
Come on in and play! generating Oscar buzz for her role in the new film Volver, which means to return?
Return.
Yes,
to return.
I'm learning.
I heard you were taking Spanish lessons.
See. So what's the clip that we're going to show them?
In this clip, my character thinks that, I think my mom is dead. My character thinks her mother is dead. And she comes back to the house, and by the smell, she starts thinking that maybe what some people are saying is true, that maybe she's back in the form of a ghost.
Okay, by the smell.
I recognize her by the smell.
All right, let's take a look.
¿Y el olor? ¿Qué olor? En el lavabo y aquí. Si es como si acabara de estar mamá peyéndose a culo lleno. ¿No lo leéis vosotras? ¿Cómo se veía, por Dios? Y no podía ocultarlo porque era la primera en troncharse. Lo que me parece estar oyendo a la reír. ¿Qué cosa dices?
So, and how does this come up that they decide to make you wear? Well, you tell people what you were wearing in the movie. When? Why?
How can we call it?
But?
Pedro Almodovar, the director, he asked me to eat more, not to lose any weight, because I always lose weight when I'm shooting because I get very nervous. And I ate more, I gained a few kilos. And then he wanted the hips of a woman that gave birth when she was 13. And that's a different kind of body from mine. So I did wear a prosthetic.
But?
And it was just like choosing the right shoes for the character, or, you know, it was part of her look, and it made a lot of sense. We just decided it, and oh
Are
my
these
God.
Are these the butts that you're speaking of?
This is a big...
Is that what
Well,
it is?
it wasn't that big. It was much smaller than that. But
Would you put it on?
no, but I can help you put it on.
Okay.
Oh, see? So do you feel different, right? You walk different?
Yeah. Yes. I feel as if I've had a child at 13. I do. I'm going to wear this the rest of the show. I think this looks good. Volver opens in more cities across the country this Wednesday. Dancing with the Stars winners Emmett Smith and Cheryl Burke are going to be out here when we come back. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.